Good morning and welcome to another video. This one's going to be a little bit different, a bit brave, a bit silly maybe, but I'm going to give it a go. I said last time out that it's been a good season. 2023 has been a decent season, patchy, but for me decent. I've been to some places I've not been to before and enjoyed some wonderful sights, not least down in South Wales at Kenfig, which totally blew me away. But it's not been a bad season for trips out, but you know, there haven't been wow factor orchids, clonkers, call them what you like. There's been nothing really that stopped me in my tracks in terms of a single orchid. But what has impressed me and always impresses me, as I'm a bit of a social media freak, is the photographs, the images that are captured by other orchid lovers and are posted to social media, whether it's the two Facebook groups, whether it's on Twitter, and they've been absolutely brilliant this year. You know, take a bow everybody who's posted to those sites photographs. It's almost like being there. I mean, I'm seeing orchids in these photographs that just blow me away completely. And I thought, but what I'll do is I'll put together what I think are my personal top 50 social media orchid photographs that I've seen this year, because as I say, there's been some absolute stonkers, and I've put them in an order from 50 down to 1, and I'm going to share them with you. It is a subjective shout on my part. It's not meant to be what is the most technically brilliant photograph. It's not meant to be what is the rarest orchid. It is just 50 photographs that absolutely knocked me sideways. They are 50 photographs that made me sit and stare thinking, wow, I need to see that orchid. Jump in the car and drive there now if I had any chance of finding them. And there's been some magnificent images, as I say, and yeah, this is my top 50, so don't take offence to any of them if you're in there and you're at 37 and you think you should be at 26 or whatever. It's just a bit of fun. But there are 50 images that meant most to me, and yeah, I hope you enjoy at least some of it. Grab a cup of tea. Here we go. Okay, starting off at number 50 with Andrew Porter's magnificent close-up of a bee orchid Belgarum variation. Seen a few of these, love them to bits, but he's absolutely smashed this one. Superb photograph. At 49, Sean Cole, no less. Yeah, this is mind-blowing. This is a heat-spotted orchid. I mean, they're supposed to be subtle and pretty. This is absolutely in your face. Absolutely magnificent orchid. Heat-spotted orchid, very loud. At 48, Alice Longmire. I mean, what have you done? I mean, it's got to be the biggest pyramidal orchid I've ever seen in my life. It looks more like a lupin. Mind-blowing, that is. Fantastic. Number 47, John Ralston's magnificent green-winged orchid. White with a sort of purple cap. I've seen a lot of these this year, but I don't think any of them have been as good as this. I'd love to see one of these. Very, very nice and nicely captured. '46, Roger Powley. Yeah, wasp orchid, but just a great capture, a full-on shot and a sideways shot, and a lovely orchid, as they always are. '45, and a late spider orchid from the Bishop, Brian Jones. He knows late spider orchids. He's a Kent man. Nothing happens to late spiders that the Bishop doesn't grab. It's a lovely one. My man Mitchell Pearce at 44 with, yeah, just a lovely grouping of, I would call them common spotted. I think Mitchell did as well. I think they are common spotted, but just fantastic markings. Really, really nice. Teresa Ardley's, what are we going to call it? I think it was a Heath Spotted Orchid at 43. And again, you know, how loud can you get for a Heath Spotted Orchid? Absolutely crazy. Really, really nice. One of many you're going to see from my man Vincent, and that's a superb capture of a pair of identical Lady Orchids from above. Yeah, it's just something different. I think more people should shoot from above. You get some fantastic images like this one. At number 41, classic from Ian Goodwin. Ian does what I always used to fail to do, which is to stand back. I think these are sword-leaved helleborine. I'm not an expert on helleborine, but he captures them with context by moving back from the orchid. And I love seeing his photographs, and this is one of the best. Really, really nice. At number 40, John Crossley's, what do we call it, custard yellow man orchid. I've only seen one of these, and that was at Darling Banks among thousands of normal man orchids. But yeah, a nice yellow man orchid. Another of my man Vinny, Vinny's collection. This is a Southern Marsh orchid. I've never seen a Southern Marsh orchid like this. Lovely frilly edges. Virtually the patterns have been blasted out by the pigmentation. Just a beautiful, beautiful Southern Marsh orchid. 38, and yeah, my man Ling, 4 bird's nest orchids. Anyone that knows me knows I can't find bird's nest orchids, so this blew me away to see 4 in a lovely setting. I'll settle for 1, but yeah, I love this one. At 37, I wasn't sure what this was. I don't think Andrew Vidler was when he captured it, but I'm going to put this down as another late spider orchid. They're so variable. I think it's just a slimline late spider orchid. Somewhat unusual, but I don't think it's a hybrid. Another one of Vinny's, a beautiful, beautiful white early marsh orchid. Again, captured superbly. Really, really nice. He's back again. Another one from Vinny. This one's, well, he said it was a common spotted orchid. Yeah, those loops could drag you off anywhere, but I'll go for common spotted orchid. A beautiful, beautiful colouring, beautiful marking. Yeah, I love these. Brilliant. At 34, Simon Melville. I've seen quite a few lady orchids, but I've never seen a white one. And I know this isn't pure white because it's got some dots on it, but it's as near white as I've ever seen. And yeah, again, it's just a lovely photograph. At 33, another fantastic overhead shot, this time from John Ralston of Pyramidal Orchid. Beautiful. I'd have that on my wall. There's a few of these I'd have on my wall, and this would be one of them. Really lovely photograph. At number 32, I mean, what can I say? Catherine Newbert. It's a mutant peloric, if you want to see it as a peloric. Both the same thing, really. Common spotted orchid with a rhubarb purple stem. Weird, but fantastically weird. Lovely photograph. At 31, one of Richard Hogg's rhodachillas. Forgot what it was there. Rhodachilla common spotted orchid. Richard finds some great rhodachillas. Not been many this year. I've only seen a couple myself, but yeah, very nice. At number 30, Selena Wilkins and a bee orchid variation. I'm not going to name these because there's all sorts of arguments as to what is a variation and what is an actual, just a variable version of the norm, but it's just a variation. I want to see this. I want to see this. Yeah, lovely orchid. Another one of Vinny's at 29, a lovely group of common spotted orchids, just beautiful, beautiful group. Lovely markings again, hints of rhodachilla in those markings, but just a lovely, lovely trio of plants there. At 28, I think Stuart Keeler's got a couple in this top 50, and yeah, early purple orchid, elegant, beautiful, stunning. I love these. I love pale and white early purple orchids. '27, and Tristan Norton's study of a lesser tway blade. I've never seen one. I'll probably never see one. I'm told they're hard to find. They must be very hard to photograph, but he's absolutely smashed this one. Really nice photograph. Lesser tway blade. And Vinny's back again, and yet another big orchid variation. I'm not going to put names to them, as I say. I think is it a bicolour? I don't know. Fantastic, just incredible. Razor sharp, brilliant orchid, brilliant photo. Really, really nice. At 25, Rob Livesey's study of the Lady Slipper Orchid. They are fantastic orchids. I have problems with them because of the credibility and all that sort of stuff. So, but you can't deny, just a stunning orchid. Wish there were loads of them. At 24, that's one of mine, that is. I think I discovered that one. It's local to me. This is Andrew Brown's pristine study of a pristine white southern marsh orchid. Very rare, beautiful plant. At 23, another one from the Bishop, Brian Jones. Is it Flavescence? I don't know. I don't have my textbooks with me, but again, a beautiful, beautiful bee orchid. Very nicely captured with a lovely backdrop. Very nice. At 22, another mutant. Alan Smith's photograph of a mutant pyloric common spotted orchid. I mean, yeah, it's a mutant, but it's a stunner. It's beautiful. Can a mutant be beautiful? Yeah, this one can. Really, really nice. At 21, Sean Cole, and one of them, I mean, it's such a variable plant, the late spider orchid. This is just a happy looking late spider orchid. Made me chuckle when I saw it, still does. At number 20, Tad Lapper's photograph of the much photographed hyperchromatic heath spotted orchid. Very, very nice. I've got to see this next year. I've got to see this. There's been 2 or 3 photographed, I think, up and down the lands, but this was a lovely one of this clump. Back to Vinny at 19, and this is a rarity in so much as I've never seen a photograph of one of these before. This is a heath fragrant orchid, and a pure white heath fragrant orchid. Very well captured. Not easy photographing white plants, I know that. Very nice. Ian Holyoke and his garden orchids. I mean, this just blew me away. I mean, fancy waking up to see this in your garden. Unbelievable stuff. Amazing photograph. At number 17, and another one from Vinny's 2023 catalogue. And again, much photographed, but I think Vinny's got it right. A bit of morning light on it. Burnt Tip Orchid. Orchids. Very nice. Like to see this. At 16, Denise Harper's close-up study of one of my favourite hybrids, the common spotted stroke cross, chalk fragrant orchid. Very nice. Always make very nice orchids. At 15, Stuart Keeler, and another stunner. Absolute beauty of an early purple orchid. I would have this on my wall. I just love these colour schemes, white and soft pink. I'm a bit of a wuss when it comes to early purples. Really nice. Number 14, Tony Davison's lovely photograph of another hybrid, bee orchid, fly orchid. Never seen this. Again, it's on my 2024 hit list, but he's captured this absolutely superbly. Tack sharp. Yeah, lovely orchid. At number 13, good on you, Nick Chamberlain. I mean, which reminds me of a cat. It's a feline bee orchid. It's actually, I think it's a Belgarum mutant, down in Wiltshire. What a photograph. What a stunning orchid. Mighty weird. At number 12, back to Richard Hogg. I know this orchid. This is a chalk fragrant, common spotted. Grows alongside his brother every year in the same location in Bedfordshire, but he's captured it very nicely. It's a lovely orchid, really is. At number 11, Graham South. This has only appeared quite recently. A green violet helleborine. I mean, I didn't even know violet helleborines could be green, but yeah, beautiful. Lovely orchid. Unusual. Right, we're into the top 10 now. Nick Chamberlain again. One of my, if not my most favourite orchid hybrid. Frog orchid cross common spotted. Just beautiful setting here. Screams out summer with a lovely backdrop. Lovely colour scheme, as these always are. Yeah, I love that one. At number 9, another one of Vincent's, and again it's another common spotted and chalk fragrant. I love this one because of the pale background. You don't often see them with a near white backdrop. It really sets the markings off nicely. They're always different, as I say, these hybrids, but it's probably as good a one as I've ever seen, this one. Very nice. At number 8, I don't know how you pronounce this one. I think it's a chimera. Paul Lawston shot here of a chimera, or chimera, green-winged orchid. Chimera meaning two colours in one flower. I've seen a chalk fragrant orchid like this, but these are exceptionally rare. Stunning. I'd love to see one of these amongst the green wings over my way. Great capture, great find. Very nice. At number 7, what do you make of that? Stuart King. I've only ever seen a couple of late spider orchids. They're rare as anything. And to find one, it's yellow. I presume it's a sort of chlorantha form, but that's just amazing. A yellow late spider orchid. I mean, this would just blow me away out in the field. I think I'll just sit and stare at it for ages. Amazing photograph and orchid. At number 6, last but not least in terms of early purple orchids, Michael Blacknall's. This is wall art to me. I could sit and look at this for hours at home. Beautiful white and soft pink early purple orchid. Absolutely love it to bits. Brilliant. Right. The legend that is Meg Miller and her, I think it's a chlorantha bee orchid, and she stirred the orchid world up by declaring that she's got loads of these in the same field. I just fell off my chair when I heard that. I think lots of people headed off to try and find Meg's field. Great photograph and a great find, and the fact that she's got lots of them in the same patch, mind-blowing, absolutely. Wow. At number 4, I've got to get this one right. It's a Northern Marsh orchid, cross frog orchid, pictured by Steve Griffin. It's the only one that's ever been seen in England. It's a first. It's a rarity, and I'm pretty sure I'll never see this, and most of you will never see this, because I doubt the location's going to be revealed too readily, but brilliant. At number 3, I mean, this is number 1 on my wanted list. This is Ian Wright's study of a green fly orchid down in Kent. I've very nearly seen it and just missed it a couple of years ago. I will definitely get it next year. Mark my word, I'm going to get this one. Absolute stunner, superb plant, green fly orchid. And a lovely photograph too. At number 2, Sean Cole's study of a hyperchromatic heath spotted orchid. It's been pictured by a few people, and as I say, there's 2 or 3 of these been photographed up and down the country, although I think we've lost one, is the rumour I've heard. But what a stunning plant it is, and again, I can only dream of seeing it. I might see it. I have some loose plans, but I've got to find where they are first of all. But yeah, wonderful, wonderful orchid, and could only be beaten by my favourite orchid image on social media in 2023, which is Andrew Brown's photograph of a green lizard orchid. Green lizard orchid. I didn't even know such things existed. Sort of chlorantha form of lizard orchid. I can't even find a reference to it anywhere. But that's what it is. It ain't a Photoshop job. It's a green lizard orchid, and I know where it is, so I hope to see it next year. But yeah, that was the image that really shook me up, pushed back some boundaries when I saw this one. Yeah, a real stunner. Green lizard orchid, I mean, come on, it's getting ridiculous. What are we going to have next? A sort of bright blue early marsh orchid or something? I mean, that's incredible. And yeah, take a bow, everybody that's in that top 50, because there's some fantastic work there, and enjoyed by many, including me. And there probably was another 50, easily another 50. I think my original shortlist was near to 90 odd images, and they could all have justified being in there. So yeah, fantastic work. As I say, don't take it too seriously. I hope you enjoyed some of those, if not all of them. I think they're all fantastic, and thanks for tuning in. And I've got one more video this season in September. You'll know all about where that's going to be, and I'll see you then.